Tim Linder here. Let's take a look at this image and see what size I might be able to print this at 300 pixels per inch without adding or deleting pixels or any sort of resampling. What is this image set to, and what would be the large, at print quality, what size would I want to print this at? So if I go to Photoshop here and I choose to image size, I can see right now in my image size dialog box that this image is set to, it's 6,000 pixels by 4,000 pixels. I don't want to be adding or deleting or changing the pixel dimension. I only want to find out what size I might be able to print this at 300 pixels per inch. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to uncheck resample. I don't want to be changing pixel dimension, adding or removing pixels. Next, I've got this set to inches now, or if it was at centimeters or something else, I could set it to inches here. And right now at 72 pixels per inch, I can print it at 83 inches by 55 inches. But at 72 pixels per inch, it wouldn't look that great. I would be able to see the pixels by the naked eye and things like that. So I want to go up to 300 pixels per inch. And with resample unchecked, it automatically adjusts my inches, so I can tell this would be 20 inches by 13.3 inches at 300 pixels per inch. So that would be what my resolution or what my size would be at this resolution at a good quality. That would be the size of my image. So I could choose OK, and if I wanted to save that, I could go to File, Save As. I'm going to save this as a Photoshop file now. Go here to Photoshop, and I'm going to label it maybe my last name, Linder, Tim, and then underscore, and what was that number? 20 inches by 13.3 at PSD, and I could save that there on my desktop, and I could save. Now, I want to save another image in maybe medium JPEG quality, a little smaller file size, not in pixel dimension, but smaller file size, and see what size that is. So I can go to File, Save As, and I could choose JPEG here. And I'm going to save this on the desktop. Now, I'm just going to keep this name for right now, 13, but I'm going to replace that with the file size here in a little bit. I'm going to choose desktop. I'm going to save that. I'm going to make sure that I go to medium quality here and choose OK. And then I'm going to see what file size that image is and then rename that file the size of the image. So I'm going to go out here. I'm going to go to my desktop. I'm going to look at that file that I just saved as a JPEG. I'm going to choose File, Get Info, right click, or Get Properties on a Windows machine. And I can see this is 4.2 megabytes. Okay, so I can close that, and I could come in here and now rename this image. I'll right click on it and choose Rename. And I could add it after the 20.13, or I could, I forget what it was. Get Info, 4.2. So right click, rename, 4.2 megabytes. And so that's how you would go about doing it. Seeing what the file size is and seeing what the largest you could print or should print this at 300 pixels per inch without any resampling.